Okay. Wonderful. Hi, Isa. Thank you for being with me tonight and for coming and talking about renewal and nurturing and regeneration and welcome. And everyone, this is Isa LaPointe, and she is a teacher and a healer and a leader in her community. And it's just such a gift to have you here with me today. Thank you for saying yes.
Thank you.
Yes. And so earlier we were talking about renewal and what it means to us and about springtime and how we can renew, how we can nurture. And so I just wanted to open up to share our thoughts, some of your thoughts about that and what that means to you.
So spring reminds me of birds, of course, the budding, the new life. I don't know where I heard or even read it, but it was, when birds sing in the morning, they're super loud and chirping away. And it said that when they sing loud in the morning, it's notifying the other birds that they made it throughout the night. And so now when I hear those birds after I heard that, it's a good reminder, they made it, I made it. And it always softens my heart when I hear the birds. And it's something like I feel like I share with them now, or like I know their secret.
We have this like knowing now.
Yeah.
We can really see each other.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. And it's so interesting too, because they start really early. I mean, they are like, and when you told me that, I mean, I'm just like, whoa, like they start so early.
Mm-hmm.
And, so it's almost like they really want one another to know, like, yeah, I'm okay,
Yeah. And starting their day early. Because sometimes I'm like, I have to start my day early in order to get like my meditation and all these things in order in the quietness. And so now I start my day with the birds.
They're like, come to the party of springtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real. That's true. Yeah, I think about spring and we have all these seasons and it's kind of like I feel like we don't remember that we're in this time of renewal and regeneration, and it's kind of like we don't know maybe how to regenerate anymore, or even what makes us happy. Like you were talking about the birds make you happy, hearing them in the morning and knowing they like make it the night, So I would just wonder, what your thoughts are on that, and this, how can we start to maybe enter into or honor, acknowledge the cycles, because right now we're kind of not regenerating,
Right. Just acknowledging the seasons. When I teach my kindergarten class, it's every day. I'm like, how many seasons do we have? And we go through all of that. And one day, one of my kids asked me what my favorite season was. And I sat there and I thought about it. And I was like, I don't have a favorite season. Every season is my favorite just because of the change. It's like you get so much of the summer and then you're ready for another change. And then you get so much of the fall and then you like are ready for the next change. And that's like with our lifestyle, like our life cycle, where we're constantly changing, and it's good to embrace the change. Because then if we're not changing, we're just steady, and we're not. Sometimes we have to release from the attachments of things that don't serve us well, or even things that we are growing from, and we need to continue our growth. So it's I think it plays a part, like, how we as humans change, Uchimaka is changing. Today I was outside and it snowed here and everything was melting, and I was like making mud with my boots, and it like stopped me in my tracks, and I like thank the snow for all the moisture that we need. And then I was like, I stopped and I was present, because I'm really working on trying to be present in the moment.
Yeah.
And I seen the our bushes like in the yard or whatever, and you could see their buds. And then it like made me reflect on, me changing right now, growing from having baby, and my body's changing, and and so, and you can hear her.
Right. There she is. Hello.
Yeah. And so it just reminded me to be gentle, because it starts out with a bud, it blossoms, and it's beautiful. And we just have to be gentle within ourselves, no matter what kind of change we're going through, or what fear, whatever it is, in the end of the process, it's going to be beautiful. And you just have to allow it, even though it's scary as heck. You have to,
Yeah, it's like,
allow
oh
it.
my gosh. Yeah.
And go through the process of it, and it'll be good. It'll be beautiful.
Is that dad coming in? Hi, Tiana.
No, Dad is in Rapid. He's doing a performance tomorrow for the community.
Oh, good.
So the kids are in charge. They're in charge of Ella tonight.
That's
They're
so
good
great.
babysitters. Yeah.
So
And
great.
even them, change within the family. Like, we have to get back into the, having a baby, and the change. We were just used to up and going, and now we have to slow down, and that's a big change too, and have to be considerate of Ella and her needs. And so
it's so
changes
amazing.
in all different aspects.
And
did I freeze?
A little
bit. There we go.
A little bit. We're on the move.
Yeah.
And I got Malia and baby Gunner, who's really actually not a baby. But
yeah,
I know but still he is, but how are they doing with that change? They're just flowing with it and learning and growing from it? And yeah, what's it like for them?
Hold on. Sorry, you froze.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like we froze and now we're thawing, like the spring. No.
I know. Now we're frozen and we're thawing now.
I love that.
Oh my gosh. We froze it. Oh, there we are. Okay. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. I think we're both just kind of in that like spot,
Yeah.
Yeah, just like
tell everybody to turn off their Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
This is important.
I know. It's like, honey.
I need this Wi-Fi right now.
It's true. Yeah, because so it's like a new life, and it's coming into this family, and so it's a new life, and so it's like springtime came to your house,
Yeah.
And so yeah, like
it really did. Came to our house, came through my body,
Yeah, that's like a major transition. Mm-hmm. So yeah, when you were talking earlier, Isa, I thought about we have a climbing flower in our front yard. It's like um, it's a clematis flower. And what I noticed that I was out doing my prayers one morning and I saw that it had kind of curled around this old leaf, and it was like the leaf was a skeleton leaf, but it had this new green life, just this little tiny green tendril and all these little flower buds. So it was like, oh my, so here's this blossom, but here's what has died. Here's what is composting, or what will compost this, Um, so it was just this really beautiful moment. I took a whole bunch of pictures of it. I was like, this is so amazing,
That's awesome.
Yeah. But I was just thinking about, like, sometimes we have a hard time composting,
Yeah.
or kind of letting go of certain things, because I think, like, the new growth, like, what do you think that requires of us? Like, what comes to your mind about what we need to do in order to, like, compost something, or to, what's in the way of our growth?
I think sometimes what's in the way are, for me, what was in my way a lot of times was like what I thought people would think of me, like of growing. You don't want to grow too fast, or don't want to leave someone behind.
Yeah.
So a lot of times that plays a part, I think, or even just the fear, like what could happen. We're always thinking of the future, and it's like, that didn't even happen yet.
Right.
Like, we're predicting the future, and we don't even know if that will happen or not, so that holds us back a lot too. Or for me, it does, that fear base.
Mhm.
But I know that I've been praying more, just to like ease my mind and be like, I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
So just help me with just this small feeling right now in this moment, just help me right now, and then whatever comes will come.
Like, that'll happen. Whatever comes will happen later.
Yeah.
Like, that
Later.
was nice.
Yeah.
But right now
Right.
is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right now is working.
Yeah. If you can embrace that,
Mhm.
because sometimes you fight against the change, and then you keep fighting against that change, and then it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're just like, what am I doing? But you're not open, you're not seeing it, you're not feeling it, because you're so scared. And I've been there too, plenty of times.
Oh,
But
yeah. It's like the fear. It's like the fear is what is keeping us. I'm going to turn myself out of the light a little more, because I want to see you. I'm scooting around, but yeah, it's so interesting. See the flowers. One of my
beautiful.
gave these to me, and this is a safflower. This is called a safflower. Isn't that? It looks like a firework, doesn't it?
It does look like a firework.
I've never seen anything like them. I was like, oh, those are the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen. So I put these flowers here because we're having our spring talk.
Yeah.
There we go. There's springtime right there. Right. So I think, when I'm thinking of letting go, and I'm thinking about, that's so beautiful. What you said is so beautiful about the cycles and the seasons and opening and allowing. And but I'm also thinking about, and the things that are in the way, and how the fear is what gets in our way. And, so, I'm thinking about, like, remedies for fear, like, what are remedies for fear? And I really liked what you said about the birds. And, for me, like, it's nature.
Yeah.
Um,
you know what helped me get to where I'm at now? Because I used to be such a big chicken.
Oh no.
I'd just be like, no, it's okay. I'll just sit here, you know. Um, but my like meditating has really helped my mind be okay with things, be okay with change, be okay, you know, just even a small emotion or the feeling that I get in like uncomfortable situations. I'm like, this will pass. It will be okay. Being gentle with myself, you know, and my mind, and knowing that even those small feelings are okay to feel them. So, and then that's like nurturing, you know, nurturing yourself, being real gentle. Because sometimes we're so hard on ourselves and we think we have to be such a certain way. And you don't have to be, you know, we're put here for a journey, and all we can do is live through the journey, you know, through hard things, through small things. And even when it seems so bad, there's always something that will lighten that bad, you know?
Yeah.
There's this light there somewhere if you're able to find it and you want to see it. There's light. So it like eases that bad or whatever feeling you're going through, you know, always try to find that light in something.
Yeah.
And that's where I've been like, you know, just even saying thank you for whatever it is. Like I might even have like an argument with my kids, you know, and I'm just like in my mind, I'm like, oh, thank you, you know, that really helped me grow, like reflection, like as a mom, you know, because they're growing and they're testing me a little bit. And so yeah, just a little. So, you know, I'm growing into a different life stage with them that I didn't think would ever come, because you just want them to be babies forever, you know, and they're growing and
they're growing up.
Yeah. So, you know, even being thankful of those things too, you know, I'm growing as a mom, they're growing as individuals. So that's I'm always, you know, I don't want to say thank you for acting up, but you know, like in my mind, I'm like, oh, thanks for that. You know, I needed to see that, I needed to feel that, I needed to hear that.
Oh, totally. Totally. There's this, this is like called A Year with Rumi. It's this, you know, it's a poet that I just love. Rumi. He's so talented, but he's an ancient Persian poet, and he talks about this and he calls it like the mirror and face. And he says, we are the mirror as well as the face in it. We are tasting the taste this minute of eternity. We are pain and what cures pain both. We are the sweet cold water and the jar that pours.
I like that.
And so, yeah, I was just thinking like your children are the mirror, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and, you know, and they are the face, you know, and then they get to see you, and then you're a mirror for them. And
Right.
That's really powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really powerful. So I think, so is there anything in particular you want to share about spring and renewal and nurturing, you know, and growth? It's important, that really feels important to share right now for folks.
Yeah. So I think it was today or yesterday, I was reading through Facebook or something, and it said on there, it talked about C-sections, and it said it goes through 7 layers of skin, and you're expected, a mother's expected to walk within, or stand up, whatever, within 6 hours or something like that. And other surgeries, it's not, you like are not expected to stand up and walk or whatever it may be. And it dawned on me that like your body is 7 layers of skin, or 7 layers in your body. I was just like, holy smokes, like I never really thought about it. It was just like I as a mom had to do what I had to do for my baby, for my children. And that alone right there is huge change, because I was so like hard on myself I was wanting to bounce back right away, and reading that like stopped me in my tracks and was like, no, just take your time, take your time. Your body needs to take its time in healing. Like there's no reason to be so hard on yourself. Be more gentle. Like I'm already being gentle, but it's like that was a big red flag for me to be more gentle. And I think, it's just weird how all these things come about, and then you texted me and was like, hey, do you want to do a talk? And this is what it is. And I'm like, yeah. And then I was, listening to a book this morning, and it talked about my sign, Gemini, and it talked about embracing change.
Whoa.
And I was like, hey, and it was just like full circle all around. And I'm like, all these signs. And so now that I'm sitting here talking to you, it's just more clarity of, be gentle during the process of change. Embrace it. Just know that the outcome is gonna be beautiful no matter what. We all blossom in some kind of way, and because we all see it from Unchimaka, every season it's something amazing, no matter if there's a big snowstorm or a big thunderstorm. There's always something. You're super hot, but you're out there and the sun is beating on you. Like, take that energy in.
Oh, yeah, because in the winter.
Yeah, so it's just all these things, like just take as much as you can. We're here one time,
right?
This is our like avatar, our body, and we're here one time. To take everything in and make memories, have fun. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. Aww.
I know, I'm so glad. I know, I'm so glad. I'm so grateful I get to make memories with you.
Yeah.
So many good ones, with a lot of sun.
Yeah.
But so many good ones. And yeah, so thank you for talking with me about this and for sharing your perspective and wisdom. And yeah. And I was thinking about the kindergartners, like however many kindergartners there are is however many springtimes you have in your classroom.
Oh, I know.
Like there's so many, like each one is its own little season of spring and all that new life and regeneration. And so I hope that, we can just send that nurturing and that love out into the world, and and all of that newness and regeneration and
yeah. And just remember, when you hear the birds,
yes,
we both made it.
Yes, we both made it, sister. That's the good news. Yeah. Thank you, Isa.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.